Well, one of the concerns hanging over this market, as you know, has been the timing of a possible interest rate hike by the Federal Reserve. Some rumblings out of the Fed gathering in Wyoming is suggesting that those that think a September hike is off the table might need to think again. Steve Liesman has the inside word from Jackson Hole.
A top Federal Reserve official speaking beneath the sunlit Teton Mountains in Jackson Hole today shed a little light on whether the Fed will hike in September. Fed Vice Chairman Stanley Fischer said a September rate hike, which would be the first in 9 years, is still on the table. Fischer said it depends on the economic data and the markets in the next 2 weeks, but he was clear about which way the rate needle is pointing.
We're heading in that direction. What's happening in particular with the labor markets, and we'll have to see if that continues when we get the data for next week, has been impressive, and the economy is returning to normal. We're not certain we're there yet.
Fischer's comments come after a wild 10 days on Wall Street that began with the Chinese devaluation and saw huge daily 100-point market swings. Many connected him to the chance of a Fed hike.
We've got time to wait and see the incoming data and see what is going on now in the economy.
Fischer tried to ease market concerns over the rate hike, saying the Fed could indeed stop for a while once they do a single hike. But not all Fed officials are convinced. One of the most dovish members of the Federal Open Market Committee, Minneapolis Fed President Narayana Kocherlakota, cautioned that the market is sending a message the Fed should listen to.
The market volatility actually does matter. It's not so much as a cause, but as a signal. I think it is a signal of uncertainties at the global level about global demand, in particular going forward. I view those as representing a tail risk.
That puts extra pressure on next week's jobs report. A strong payroll number and calm financial markets could well light the way to the first Fed rate hike. For Nightly Business Report, I'm Steve Liesman in Jackson Hole, Wyoming.